Hey, thanks for joining me. I am reflecting right now on this idea of how much energy gets spent trying to get somewhere you're not. And, it's an idea that I've known about, considered, studied over and over again, but it's something that's really hitting home for me right now, and I'm noticing it more deeply. It's always about this striving to get somewhere you're not, to become more enlightened, to get in control of your thinking, to get more disciplined at this or that, and all with the hopes that it's ultimately going to lead to this much better place. And that's the idea of it overall, I suppose. But when you focus on constantly striving for something that you're not going to obtain for a long time or maybe ever, it seems to add to a place of suffering needlessly. It causes us to try harder than we need to try, to overanalyze things, always trying to see the deeper meaning. And sometimes I think it actually causes us to miss the forest for the trees. We're so busy trying to understand what the outcome of this thing that just happened is going to be, that we don't look at the effect that it's having in the here and now and what we might be able to do very simply to change that. And so, in noticing how I'm always striving for this big picture ending, I'm also noticing how that feeds into missing out on present moments, and it takes the attention away from being able to invest fully in the things that are going to lead ultimately to the future. And so the last week or so, especially, has been greatly focused on remembering the things that I've gotten distracted from, remembering how to invest in myself in a way that allows the present moment to be fulfilling, to be an okay place to be. And some of those things are so simple. Giving yourself time in the morning to really prepare for the day, taking a deep breath when you're feeling overwhelmed, remembering to journal and reflect, remembering to just let go of the stress that's so unneeded and unnecessary, and that we just continuously carry without noticing. Beginning to get back to some of my deeper spiritual practices. Um, Gratitude, just really being grateful for the things that are going well, noticing how I'm reacting differently because I feel better, because I've invested in myself. Um, Taking time to reach out and reconnect with um, a community of like-minded folks who understand what I'm going through and are willing to give their insight and their perspective and work together to establish greater meaning and more pleasant present moments. It's all about what are we choosing right now. And sometimes the biggest mistake we're making is just focusing on where we're not at, whether that's in the future, where we can't know what's going to happen, or whether we choose to be in the past, which is somewhere we can't change. And so, one of my biggest focuses right now, overall, when you bring all that together, is really just slowing it down enough to begin to plug some things in for myself. To remember what's worked in the past, consider what might work now, and not worry so much or have so much expectation about where it's taking me, but rather how I feel right now because I'm doing it. So I invite you to begin to reflect on some of these things for yourself. How are you investing in that present moment? And if you are looking to the past or the future, is that really beneficial, or is that just a way to escape the right now because you've forgotten or just haven't ever really been able to practice being in the present moment and being safe there? I encourage you to reach out through Facebook, any other facet that you would choose and feel comfortable. We're not in this alone. It is hard, and we don't have to suffer. We can reflect with each other and build a community that heals together. Until next time.